I have joined Rangamalai Organic Farming Internship. I've applied it through online, and when I applied, I got a call from Pradeep, who runs Rangamalai Organic Farms, asking, "Do you have any background in farming?" I was like, "I know nothing about farming, but I'm passionate to do farming." He was like, "Okay, come in, let's see what we can do with you." When I landed here, I was really surprised to see the kind of land he is using to do the farming, because it's all thorny. It's really dry place. It's all thorny jungle, I would say. It's rocky, dry land, and personally speaking, I wouldn't have taken this land for farming if I was ever would have doing it. But then there is a striking contrast between the land beside the ROF and this farm, because the land besides ROF is completely dry, barren, no piece of greenery at all. But switch when you just look at the one in ROF, you see it's greenery, and there are quite a few tall trees making a microclimate here. I was really surprised, and that made me change my perspective about how should I be choosing my land, because I was interested in farming, and I was actually looking out for land to do my farm. And everywhere when I was searching for land, I was only looking for that nice fertile lands that we usually see in the farming. I was looking for such lands, and if anybody would show me such a rocky patch, I would definitely reject it straight away. But after coming here, I understood that it's not the type of land, or usually the way they say that you have to do soil testing and so many other things before you buy a farmland. He busted all of my notions. He was like, if you have water, we can do farming anywhere. Only thing he was looking for is water. I mean, trust me, the land piece had just 1 feet of soil, and it's a rock pit below it. And someone could make such a beautiful farm in that 1 feet of clay or soil. I have no words. I have no words to express how many of us are just abandoning those lands and not making proper use of it. So my journey has been was a roller coaster, I would say, because I have never dealt with cattle. I don't have any pets at home, so the dealing with animals was quite a big challenge for me, because it's something I have not done ever in the past, and I wouldn't have even imagined doing it all by myself. But yeah, I was able to get over my fears of dealing with animals, although I'm still a little scared of cattle. But yeah, on this farm I'm living with a cat, Tommy, and 4 dogs, 3 cows, quite a few chickens. So my perspective about the animals or the living creatures or living with them in harmony is something I have learned here. Usually back at home, whenever we see some insect or some animal, we think, okay, they have to be in their limits and they cannot get into my boundary. So we always try to shoo them away or kill them. But here on the farm, I could see that every creature, every animal, every insect has its own play in the farm, and that is what making the nature so beautiful. So that's one of the major learning I'm carrying back once I go back home. Definitely my love for animals, or at least the thought of living in harmony with them, is something definitely I would want to pass it on to my children. In the internship, I've got to do a lot of things. We built raised beds for seedlings. We did for vegetables. we have also created a small nursery, and Pradeep has a very good system of putting the labeling, I would say, having the structured labeling for all the seeds that are being planted in the nursery. So that's quite interesting and something that I would definitely take back with me. I knew mulching is necessary in natural farming, but various types of mulching, how you can mulch your land without putting any extra cost for mulching. Like you can just sow some greens to mulch your land, or you can use the existing grass around for mulching. All of these things were very interesting for me to learn. I have done everything that a farmer would have done in their land as part of this internship. Dug the pits, build the raised beds, and irrigated the land, use the brush cutter to clear the grass, fumigation. I mean, here we don't use chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides, but then we create our own herbal pesticide, where different leaves are being used to, along with kaolin, are being used as pesticide, and again herbal fertilizers also. Though this farm doesn't need all of those, but yeah, Pradeep made sure I understand the procedure of their preparation and when and how it should be applied in the farm. So that is something I got to learn along with all other tasks that I've been doing. There is another section that I got to know or understand is it's not just growing your food or building a farm. It is also very imperative that you will have to make sure whatever you're producing is reaching out to the right people. It is reaching out to the customers, because if you're growing and you're not able to sell it, then your farm will not be able to sustain, because the farm has to earn from its produce. And that is something which I've learned here. They are able to make so many value-added products. They are able to sell the seeds. And the interesting thing, what I felt is they just don't want to sell vegetables like any other farm. They want to bring in that revolution and share those native seeds or sell their native seeds to their customers and ask them to build their own natural garden or natural space where they can grow all the fruits and vegetables of their own. That's something is again a new learning, because when I had this thought of starting a natural farm, I thought of cultivating some natural fruits and vegetables and selling it across to my family and friends. That's the whole idea I had, that I should be able to bring in that organic or zero pesticide or zero chemical food to the table for my friends and family. But here the thought is very different. They are not just thinking about selling the produce. They rather want to build that habit or want to build that community of people who, I mean, it's quite common that so many ants or insects are walking on your body. Instead of hitting them to kill, I learned this again here. I'll just let them go away. So, okay, coming back to the concept, they are doing a really good job in building this community where people can grow their own organic produce and not depend on any natural farm. That's a good thought, I felt. So that piece of learning where I get to pack the seeds, ship it across, create the value-added products, how are they being sold, how is it being marketed, is something that's very interesting that I got to learn. And I think that's one of the major areas that many of the farmers are lacking today, because so many people are producing quite a good quality product, but then they are not able to reach to the customer and sell it And that's where we have that gap between the seller and the consumer. Consumers are willing to buy organic products, but they are not able to find where they should be looking for. And that is where the marketing comes in play, where you have to reach out to your customers through the right marketing techniques and show them that what you have got. And at the same time, if they test your product, they like your product, they're gonna come back, and probably they would want to refer other customers as well. So that's again one of the learning I have had in during this internship. We also happened to meet some of the natural farmers working in this area. It was a very good discussion, I would say, because all of them have come here to discuss what they are doing, share the seeds with each other, and share their ideas on how they are doing, what they are doing, and how can they collectively bring the farmers market alive. To me, it's very surprising to see how people are putting so much of effort to put some good food onto the tables of the people like me. And we are living in cities, we could not find good food or the right quality of food with zero chemical food, because we don't know whom should we reach out to for such things. So I just hope ROF, along with its community farmers, should be able to bridge the gap and make it a big move, so that there are quite a few natural farmers across country who are doing this job, but all of us are lacking the market to sell the produce, and customers don't have a platform to look for such naturally produced products. I met quite a few people here, not only as part of the daily farm operations, but also the people who are interested in farming, who came here to see and understand how the farm looks like. And they come from different backgrounds. They could be somebody who is already doing natural farming, or who is practicing natural, I don't know what the term is called, some naturopathy, who is practicing naturopathy, or an allopathy doctor. Everybody has something to take back, and at the same time, everybody shared so much of knowledge that they have and their journey, which is again was a good learning for me. And I think ROF gave me that platform to connect with the people, so I should be thanking Pradeep for that. How can I miss one of the most important person on ROF is Pati. Pati means grandmother in Tamil. She is 95 or 95 plus, and she's such a sweet lady. She's got a childish smile on her face. She, at this age, is doing all her work by herself, and also taking care of chicken, taking care of the people around. Though she cannot do much these days, but she also makes sure that everybody's taken care. She is just wonderful. She's so adorable. I definitely gonna miss her once I'm back home. So thank you, Adu, for all the sweet memories and all the learnings, and I'm sure I will want to continue to stay in touch with your group, so that as I proceed further with my journey of natural farming, your mentoring would be one of the key assets for me. Thank you.